Hello, welcome to my diary. I'm Tahtahme. Here I talk about whatever I want to, and today I wanted to give a quick update to my stop motion movie I'm making based on the poetic novel I wrote of my life that recently got published by Nomadic Press. Nomadic Press published Apricity, and I'm trying to turn it into a little bit of a stop motion movie for us here on YouTube so that people will get interested, hopefully buy a copy of the book and support an independent writer. So I wanted to update. This is going to be for the opening scene of the book. So if you have a copy, or if you don't, I'm about to help you out. So we're going to have the title sequence, which I'm still working on. That's going to be first. Then this is part of the title sequence. That's not relevant. That's going to be at the end. So the very first poem is called Dear Mom. I'll leave this here for a second if you want to look. So Dear Mom is in essence kind of a letter to my adoptive mother, and it was her husband who abused me, so I wanted to kind of address her, especially as I had a feeling if anyone was going to be upset that I was addressing this situation of abuse throughout my childhood that formed a huge portion of my childhood and still impacts me today, it was probably going to be her. So I went ahead and wrote Dear Mom, and that was kind of the first poem there. And it's basically like, this whole book isn't really about you. Like, I know you're probably going to center yourself, but this is about me and the person who hurt me and happened to be connected to you. And that is what it is. So for that opening scene, so this piece of cloth I put around her head, I've been working with it to try and see about making her some kind of head wrap for the scene. So the opening scene, she's definitely going to have her head wrapped. We're going to have the plan, like I told you in the other plan, is for her to have gowns, things that are very beautiful, sacred, not necessarily religious Christian, but religious, still spiritual, still inclined, still connected with her own juju, her own personality. So I've been working on this dress. I'll go into detail about how I made it in another dress. It's just going to be Barbie gown draping type of thing by Tahtahme. That's probably going to be the name of the title of it, is just going to be a draping video. I found a draping video that helped me get to this point in the first place. Let me see if I can do this. So basically I made 3 pleats. There's this one in the center, there's 2 on the sides, and it creates these 2 kind of pockets. And this front, if I had put this all together, I folded the front, just folded, and wrapped it around her, sewed down the back, let the back have this huge train that I think would look stupid in real life on a person, but will look really pretty in a video on TV, on a movie, is my hope. That's the plan, y'all. That is the motherfucking plan, is for this to look decent in a video. So this is going to be, I'm currently hemming the bottom. We have a few pins on the bottom because I'm going through and hemming. I have my needle is hanging, y'all, because I'm hemming the bottom. And I'm not sure if I'm going to bring up a few more pleats. I ended up really loving how it gave her a silhouette on the sides from not pulling up and pleating the bottom. So I'm unsure if I'm going to do more pleats, if I'm going to just keep it at 3 and have it just kind of sit around her as she sits in the opening scenes for the opening poem. Or if I'm just going, I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all how I'm going to continue this, but this beautiful fabric I have had in my possession for almost a decade. I meant to make something of it, and then I realized I really wasn't as much of a seamstress as I wanted to be. And so I may end up making something for myself out of these fabrics, but y'all, we're gonna go through the fabric right now and start looking at fabric. Let's go, because I brought down this huge suitcase, the suitcase I moved out with, okay? And then I was like, you know what, let's just have a fun moment where we share fabric that I've been collecting over these years that I'm about to use to make gowns. So this first one was done with draping, that purple one with the butterflies. This is the back of the fabric, I believe, and the front. This is going to be a very gorgeous gown for this doll to wear during this video. I'm so glad I held on to all these gorgeous fabrics. They are wrinkled to all hell from just sitting in these plastic bags in the suitcase for so long. It's been a long time since I tried to sew items, y'all. Long time, early 20s when I was back doing this stuff for Etsy. So I have this interesting coat that I tried to make, kimono type of thing I tried to make. I'm going to turn this also into a gown. This is going to be very flowy, summery, pretty light, and the gorgeous orange color really excites me. So we have this blue, we have this orange. What's another gown we're going to be ending up making, y'all? This is, they're really beautiful fabric to be making Barbie dresses. I'm really excited. I still have some of this one, which I'm absolutely excited to make a fun gown for. I'm hoping as time goes on, because this one, as you can see, I just was like folding and pinching fabric and sewing it together. Hopefully the next few dresses, I'll get a bit more technical, figure out how exactly to, oh, hold on. My daughter is obsessed with this doll. She got a glimpse of it in this damn dress, and she was like, is she marrying a prince? I was like, honey, no, this is not a wedding. This is a self. This is for the self. This is for redemption. She's like, whatever. Okay, honey. She wearing that dress for herself. Sure. It's not for a marriage. Okay. Like, she didn't need all my inspirational talk. But she was like, what's she going to? Is she marrying the prince? Hello. It's gorgeous. It ended up being pretty nice for me, just throwing it on a doll and trying my best off of a YouTube video. So where was I? But I now need to find my daughter a really pretty, doll and dress so she'll lay off mine so I can make this damn video. I'm like, girl, you can't play with this. So this is one of my favorite fabrics that I ever found. It is hieroglyphic Egyptian print. I think this will be a really fun one too. I'm thinking of trying with this print to maybe make a pair of flare pants or something like that for the Barbie. Hopefully my technical abilities will grow as I attempt to make this movie. Oh, I forgot to put my microphone back on. I hope you were able to hear me that whole time. So I hope my technical abilities will grow, and, I'll be able to produce the things that are in my mind in movie form, in stop motion movie form. So we have this fabric, is one of my all-time favorites. In fact, favorite fabrics. In fact, when I remember very clearly at like 20 something, buying it and then going back and buying more because I was like, I need more of this. It's silky, y'all. This one is like silky. It's not silk. Okay, the purple one, you can tell it's like in the blue one, it's brocade, it's thick, it's a billion layers of thread sewn into each other. This one is just satin. It's just that smooth, silky feel. It's going to be a doozy of a dress. I can tell you, it's a little cheaper because it's obviously not brocade, but I've been waiting to use this fabric for a long time, and I went to start making something for the doll to wear, and my husband was like, don't you have nicer fabric? He's like, isn't this the opening scene of your movie? Don't you want to use something nice and luscious? And I was like, ah. So I went to go find my I have this gold and cream brocade somewhere in this damn house. Can't find it, but I did find this purple, and I realized like, oh, this purple is a perfect opener, especially because it has the butterflies. Butterflies are so symbolic for so many reasons. This is a rebirth in so many ways. The Barbie is supposed to represent an older me now, reclaiming and healing a younger me. So using the butterfly symbolism, just using this fabric and trying to make something fabulous and big and luscious like a princess. That's what I want. I want the dresses to be really luscious and inspirational. So I'm really excited. I also have fabric, like I have this old belly binding wrap I made where I realized the fabric was way too thin to belly bind with. So I'm gonna try and make a dress out of this. If you can see, it's about 8 inches wide and like 20 feet long. So I have more than enough to make a dress, but we'll see what comes out with this one. Let's see if I have any other ones to just show off real quick. I do have this hideous black with tan flowers that might make an actually interesting ball gown at some point, just because it's so dark and kind of odd. Hold on a second, baby, I'll be right out. She can sense when I have the doll, y'all. She can sense it. I have to just get her own new doll so she'll just lay off of mine, because she's like, this doll looks nice. It don't look played with. I have some kente print, which I also plan to make a gown out of for this doll for the movie. And didn't I have something else? Oh, and I also have this interesting dashiki print. Purple dashiki. I used to use these for my twins back for, their first bed was technically a converted pack and play, where I cut the side of the pack and play open and put a cover over them with this type of fabric and the kente fabric. And so the kente was my son's, the purple dashiki was my daughter's, and covered it and made like a little curtain to go in. And that they had these little weird curtain beds made of pack and plays back in the day. It was really cute. It was really sweet. Anyway, it didn't last very long. It only lasted about 6 months to a year before I had to move on. But I do have fabric left over. So I'm really excited for all the different strange fabrics that I have looking in this suitcase where I keep my fabric now. And I'm really excited to make these doll dresses to continue on. So look out, because I'm finishing up this dress. I'm going to hem up the bottom, and then I will, I will make the video. I'll make a stop motion video. The poem is very short. I'll read it to you here right now. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for listening to these random thoughts of mine. If not, this is me watching in the future. Hello, sis. Hope you're doing well. Dear Mom, I'm writing about your man because he hurt me. I'm writing about this not because I'm still angry, but because he stole from me. He stole from me. He stole from me. He stole from me. I've come in the name of myself to reclaim what he stole. I know you would like it if I stayed silent, and maybe you wish I had never happened. That's okay. This isn't about you. So I have some interesting plans for this one. I plan to have the doll sitting in a room, and she has candles. I'm thinking about making a smaller version of the book so she can hold it and perhaps have that be a prop that's around for other parts of the movie. And I'm planning on using this blue wall because I'm still working on some of the other sets. Obviously, I tried to limit the amount of sets I created, but I'm bursting at the seams for this shit. So I tried to limit it. I think I've only got about 6 or 7 sets And this just being the blue wall cuts out a bunch of it for me. So yeah, I'm really excited, and I hope you're excited too. And please stick around to see anything else that's going on, because Apricity is a stop motion video coming to you soon. I'm not sure how it will be received. I'm hoping people even bother watching some of it, because stop motion is pretty popular, but stop motion Barbie stuff is so frivolous. This is such deep topic material for me to choose a Barbie for. It's very risky in that regard. And it's also risky because stop motion in general, I mean, come on, it's Legos, it's Barbie, it's random shit around your house. So people are typically very frivolous. It's just random. Oh, it's a Halloween bash. It's sleepover. It's crash the cars and ambulance, Lego drivers. It's silly. So I'm hoping I can find the people who are interested in my type of content and my type of serious thoughts. And I'm hoping I'll be able to convey it pretty well, and my skill level will build up pretty quickly. So I have everything I need to. I just need to keep making the costumes and make the sets. And we're gonna see some movies. So before you see the stop motion intro and the stop motion Dear Mom poem, you're probably gonna see the video on how I made this purple dress, which if you're interested, I hope you enjoy that. And I hope you enjoyed this look at my fabrics. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And may our ancestors and spirit guides be with you at every crossroads. I will see you next video.